Hi, this is Kurt with Axtreme-Guitar, and as you can tell from this video, I'm going to be working on We Wish You a Merry Christmas. It's pretty straightforward as far as the chords go. I tried to minimize the bar chords, so in fact, there are no bar chords. You will be seeing in the music that I provide for this that you can play an F bar chord, but in this video I'm going to show you that you can use an F major 7. So to start off right from the top, we are working with C. So we're going to take our ring finger to the A string, that's the 5th string coming from the bottom, and we're going to be on the 3rd fret. Next is our middle finger going on the 4th string, which is right underneath it, but on the 2nd fret. And then we go to the 2nd string from the bottom, 1st fret, and we have a C. And what I tend to do with this is I like to let my ring finger just touch that E string a little bit to mute it. If that doesn't work for you, it's okay if you still get the E in there. You just don't want it to be too heavily emphasized because we're trying to emphasize more of the C root note. And so we have We Wish You a Merry, and here is where I go to the F major 7. I choose the F major 7 because it's so similar to this C chord here. The top 2 fingers, they're going to come down 1 string each to the F major 7. Now with an F major 7, you really shouldn't be playing the A string, but it doesn't sound bad to me. But just for formal purposes, they say don't play it because the root note is actually where my ring finger is. That's an F. Now if you want to, you can play the F major chord and that'll fit perfectly as well. But the F major 7 is for anyone who is not ready for bar chords or you just want to keep it simple enough. So you have your F major 7, and if we circle back, we have We Wish You a Merry, then F major 7, Christmas we. Now we're going to a D. With a D chord, I'm going to shift my ring finger over to the 2nd string. It was on the 3rd fret of the G string, or I'm sorry, the D string, and I'm just moving it over 2 strings down, and then I'm going to switch my other 2 fingers, the pointer on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Now with a D chord, and any D chord really, in this open position, you want to block that top E string. Now I use my thumb like this. I'm not on the fret. I'm just right next to it, letting the flesh of my thumb touch that E string to keep it mute. And that keeps for a clean D chord. So circling back again, we have We Wish You a Merry, F major 7, Christmas. We wish you a merry. Now we go back to the, not back to, but we go to a G chord. Now I'm almost there now if you think about it, because my ring finger is where it needs to be, and I just put my pinky down. Now I'm going to take these top 2 fingers here and bring them over to the E string 3rd fret and the A string 2nd fret. And then we have our G chord. I'm playing it with all 4 fingers. You can play it with just the 1, but I tend to like to use all 4. So that's what I'm showing you in this video. So we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And then we go to an E7. This is the first time that we're seeing an E7 in this song. So if you're not familiar with an E7, it's a lot like an E major in the shape. The difference is we're removing our ring finger. If you're not familiar with an E major or an E7 and you're newer, then I'll show you exactly what you need to do. You have your middle finger coming to the A string 2nd fret, which is this 2nd string down here from the top, and then you come down with your ring finger right behind it on the 2nd fret of the D string, which is, like I said, right behind it, and we come to the 1st fret of the G string. Now this is an E major. Now if we want to make it a E7, as I said before, you're just going to take your ring finger out of the equation. And it's just these 2 fingers. And we have We wish you a merry, and we go to an A minor. So A minor, similar in shape to this one, we're coming down 1 string each, but we're going to add our ring finger back. Merry Christmas. And so we go back to the F major 7, if you're sticking to that to simplify rather than playing bar chords. And Happy New Year. Now you notice instead of playing the full C, I decided to go to the C at 9. If you're trying to simplify the song, it would be nice to just go from a G, this shape, to a C at 9 by moving these 2 fingers down 1. But before I go into that, I'm going to go back to that F major 7. So we have the F major 7. Now this last line here, Happy New Year, you're going to actually follow the syllables of the song. Happy, there's 2 syllables, happy, and then New Year. So the changes are happening on these syllables. Happy, you're going to hold the F for both syllables there. Happy. So you can ring out the chord for one, Happy New Year, or you can keep it consistent with the other 2 and just strum each syllable. Happy, and then go to G, New, and then C at 9, Year. Now the next line, we can either stick to the C at 9 or go to the C, the full C. And I'll just go with the full C in this case. So, good tidings we, to a G, bring to A minor, you and your, back to G. And now with this last line, it introduces the E minor. We haven't seen that yet. That's the only addition to this song outside of the rest of the chords. So, good tidings for the C to the E minor for Christmas. So the E minor, I typically tell my students to play an E minor with these 2 fingers here. So it's good tidings, that's the C, for E minor, Christmas. So middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, and ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D, Christmas, and then we're back to what I told you was recurring through this song, and F major 7, Happy, G, New, C at 9, Year. Now again, for that last part there, the Happy New Year, you can play it as bar chords, or you could use the full C, so it could be Happy. And in my opinion, if you're going to work the power chords, or not the power chords, the bar chords here, then you would want to go with the full bar for the C. But I'm showing you a few different options that you can use. You decide what you'd like. Now, if you can do all of that, then you can play the entire song. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more just like it, and stay tuned. You may see some more Christmas related tutorials, and I'll see you next time.